Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's Weather Studio Live. We're back again, here live in Exeter HQ, and the sun is out. Yay! I'm so happy about the sunshine.
You are very happy about the sunshine, and so you should be.
Yeah, I think many people are actually. My name's Honor Criswick. I'm a meteorologist and presenter here at the Met Office, and this week I'm here with
Alex Deakin. Hello, welcome everybody. I haven't done this for a while, a few weeks. I know.
Yeah, we haven't had a joint Weather Studio Live
for a while,
ages.
so it's good to be here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being there. Want to see your questions, so please ping us your questions. Let us know if you've got any burning issues around meteorology, climate. I just want to say a couple of things. Evan Walter is watching from France, and we had a German viewer as well.
Yes, Gabrielle Blumig.
Good pronunciation. So hello, we've gone international, we've gone global.
Yeah, we have.
France and Germany watching. So yeah, hello Gordy B, regular watcher, is also saying hi. So yes, hello if you are watching. DJ Christopher Spicer says hi. So yeah, thank you for being there. Got any questions? Ping them to us.
Yes. Send them through to us. We'll be here to answer them. Any questions you have about the weather or maybe just general life at the Met Office. I know sometimes you guys like to answer those kind of questions. So yeah, it's been a good week.
What have you been up to?
Oh, I've been presenting a lot this week, it feels like. I did my 10-day trend on Wednesday, and it was nice to bring some good news. High pressure, sunshine.
Some people like the rain, Anna.
Some people like the rain, but I don't. So
it's all about you. Fair enough. So yeah, you can watch the 10-day trend on our YouTube channel, of course.
What have you been up to?
I haven't been doing a lot of presenting. I've been doing other behind the scenes kind of stuff. Did some filming yesterday about UV, which was a bit tricky given it was pretty cold. I mean, it was sunny, so that helps, but it did look kind of wintry, and we were talking about UV and the power of the sun. So that was interesting. So keep your eyes peeled for more on that in the coming days. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. Last week of February, so the last week of meteorological
Last week of
winter.
meteorological winter, yes. I think some people have got a little bit confused at times in the comments saying, oh, it's not spring yet, we're getting too excited. But meteorological spring starts tomorrow. We change seasons every 3 months, don't we, in a meteorological sense. But astronomical spring starts 20th of March?
I don't know when the solstice is. Yeah, 20th or 21st. Not the solstice, is it? The equinox is 20th, 21st, 22nd sometimes. But yeah, that's when some people classify the change of the seasons, but meteorological, and it's more climatological reasons really. That's why we have it in 3 months, so that you break it down to 3 months. So it's the same, because the equinox changes. It's easier to just have it in 3 months blocks. So that's what we do. You can measure spring however you want, but that's what us weather folk do. So for us, it's the first day of spring tomorrow.
Yes, I've not seen any daffodils yet. I feel like that's when I then think it's spring, but maybe some will start to pop up.
First day of spring, first day of March, which brings us to the thumbnail. Have you've seen the thumbnail for this week's live?
I would argue this is the best thumbnail yet for the Weather Studio.
Wow, look at that.
I was actually quite busy yesterday trying to find a lion and a lamb.
a lion and a lamb. Yeah, you did a good job.
It wasn't an easy task.
You did a good job. Who'd have thought in East Devon you could find a lion cub and a lamb, and
I'm just so good at my job. I'm just so committed.
You are. Some impressive animal husbandry there.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, because you weren't aware of this expression.
No, I've heard of this the first time this week, and so has a few people I've asked. So I'm not the only one. So
let us know in the comments if you've heard about the expression March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. That's an expression, a weather proverb, if you like.
Yes, so it's like kind of associated with the kind of bad weather we start off with sometimes with March, perhaps even stormy weather, but as we head later into March, further into spring, it normally settles down, like calm, gentle, like a lamb.
I don't think there's any statistical...
No, because as we go into this spring, it's actually more lamb-like than lion-like.
Which maybe we'll end the month like a lion. But that's all about the thumbnail. So let us know in the chat if you knew about that expression. I think we should do a proverb section. Maybe we'll do a proverb section every week in Weather Studio Live. We'll go through proverbs and whether they're true or not.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, nicer weather in early March compared to the end of March is...
Yes. Oh, some people have heard of it. Jane Davidson's heard of it. Gil Swift, Julie M.
But
maybe it's just me and my friends who don't know weather folk.
I think it's an age thing. be an interesting age
That might be
statistic.
it.
I think it's a
didn't wanna
generation.
say it, but that might
I think
be
it's
it.
a generation thing. I think if you're Gen X or above,
Yeah.
the boomers are all over it. I bet.
Yeah, that's
I bet.
probably
so
true,
let's,
yeah.
when you answer, let us know your. Not your age, because that would be rude, but just your generation.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be good.
We had some questions from last week actually, so shall we go over some of those? So if you don't get your question answered live, we do take a look and try and answer some from last week as well. So Kirk Thorne 4229 is asking about thunder. How do you forecast thunder and know if it could happen? If it could happen, as thunder can be local from place to place. Why does a shower give thunder in one town but not the next town, but it's the same shower? Why is that?
Good question. Well, I guess because thunder doesn't keep going forever and ever and ever. Because thunder and lightning go hand in hand, and they're built up. It's all about the charge building up in the cloud, and that releases it as lightning, and you hear the thunder from the air expanding during lightning. So it can't go on forever. So one shower will keep going, can live for half an hour. A heavy shower can last longer, an hour or two. But yeah, thunder, lightning, you only get thunder when you get lightning, and lightning is a sudden discharge, and so then that charge has to build up again. So it takes time. So it's really hard to forecast when and exactly where it's going to happen, because it's all to do with local effects, and individual thunderstorms are too small to be resolved by our model. So our model's done on a mesh, if you like, and that the size of that mesh is too big. So it's really hard to forecast individual showers. So what we do is we forecast showery days, and you can tell by the profile of the atmosphere how likely thunderstorms are, and it's all about how unstable it is and how big the clouds are going to be. So you can have a good idea that there's going to be thunderstorms, but you can never tell exactly where and exactly when. And
sometimes we can see them coming, can't we? If there's like a band of squally showers, for example, moving their way through, and then we can forecast that they're on their way, but exactly pinpointing where and when they're going to start, it can be a bit tricky.
Yes, and on a showery day. So when we're forecasting showers and thunderstorms, the best thing to do is to watch the radar.
Yeah.
And there's a radar on our app, so it actually tells you where it's raining. You can see those individual cells coming through, because they're really hard to pinpoint at any kind of lead time, any kind of 3 to 6 hours. You're not really going to get that right. So shorter time scales for these heavy thundery showers, that's what you need to do. You need to be across it, and it's kind of like real-time weather. It's like nowcasting is the term that we use. It's like you need to be across it, so you've got to be on it for knowing exactly when it's gonna thunder. Like you say, you can see clusters of thunderstorms, and you can see, that's likely to hit there at that time. So, but yeah, generally speaking, it's really hard to pinpoint. What the app does, or what the kind of website will do, if you see a thunder shower, that's just the atmosphere's right for thunderstorms. So there's a good chance of a thunderstorm at some point, but again, it's not going to be bang on.
No.
It's really going to be no.
Yeah, that's why you've got to watch our videos, and we'll let you know.
That is a good shout. Yeah, it's a good shout. Yes, check out our YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe. Actually, in fact, while we're on the mat, do subscribe if you haven't done already. Give us the thumbs up if you're liking this as well, because that really does help us and keeps us able to do these kind of things, which we love doing.
Yeah,
we love doing these on a Friday. So but do share the love, hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe, and then you'll find out all manner of weather nerdery.
Yes, we could talk about it forever. Thank you, Kirk, for that question. Lisa Morgan 3565, not so much a question, more of a comment. So damn sick of seeing white grey skies. It honestly feels like it's been permanently overcast for a month. Another sunshine fan, just like myself.
Yeah. And we're all due a bit of sunshine. It has been quite a grey February, and it's also been a duller than average winter as well. So we are coming to the end of winter, end of February. My favourite month. I love February, not just because my birthday's in February, but yours is birthday February, so it's a great month. So it is the best month of the year, and it's the best month of the year because you're always going to get a day like today or like yesterday where you can finally. It's the month where you're finally going to get 1 or 2 days where you can just feel spring is coming.
Yeah, you can feel the change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a proper month because you get that anticipation. March is a bit, it's a bit past March, but February, that's the month because you get that anticipation. It's the final day where you can feel the apricity.
Oh yes.
Today, because it has to be in winter, which you feel the strength of the sun in winter. So feel the apricity today because Go back to that question. It has been a grey February. I'll show a map in a second just to show how grey it has been. But enjoy the sunshine today, because most places have got the sunshine today.
Yeah.
And for quite a few of us.
Over the weekend
Over the weekend as well.
A few sunny spells. That's really nice.
Yes. So the sun is coming out.
Yes.
And Andy Parsons, it's always bright with a sunshine emoji when Honor does the weather. So there you go.
Well, what
That's
can I
nice.
say?
Cuthbert says, and Feb is cool because it's a funny length. It is.
Oh yeah,
it's
we
the
have
shortest
the leap
month,
years as well.
but it's also the only month that changes.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so one more question from last week, Alex. That was from Freshie 2006. Had a couple questions for this week. Why is it in the winter, when we get an easterly wind on the coast, it is that slight bit warmer than inland, and the opposite in the summer?
Right. Yeah.
Good question.
Good question, really good question. I'm going to head to the boards to try and answer this question.
Okay.
So, yeah, I get to play with the boards. Let me find out if I can find the right buttons. I thought this graph would kind of help explain it a little bit. This is the sea temperatures around Cleethorpes. So I'm not sure where the question was exactly, but it was on the east coast, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about being in the east in an easterly wind. And these are the North Sea temperatures. And you can see they go up through the summer month, but actually they peak August time. Late August, early September is the peak of the sea surface temperatures. And they bottom out. They don't bottom out in the coldest months, January and February. Actually, the coldest month for sea surface temperatures is March. So there's a general lag. The sea takes a little longer to warm up because it's water. Water's slower to heat up than the air. So the sea takes longer because it's deeper as well, and the sun is only shining on the top layer. So it takes longer. You get more mixing. It takes longer for the sea to warm up. So there's a lag. So the actual air temperature tends to peak in July and then drop. The sea temperature peaks late August, September, and it's at its lowest in March time. So there is a lag. That's kind of one reason. But if you think about where the air is coming from, with an easterly wind, it's coming over the North Sea. And the North Sea will kind of temper that feel. So in the summer months, when it's a warm, sunny day, the land, we talk about temperatures of 22, 23 degrees would be fairly typical for a warm summer's day. Obviously, it can get hotter than that. But when an easterly wind is coming over the sea, and the sea is only at 15 or 16 degrees. So if you're right on the coast, then you're going to have that influence of the wind coming over the sea that's only 15 or 16 degrees. Whereas the opposite is true in the winter months. So November and December, the temperature of the sea is still around 10 degrees Celsius. So on land, a cold day, or actually average day, kind of December time, temperature in eastern counties of England would be 8-9 degrees, but because it's coming over the warm sea right on the coast, it's more influenced by the sea, so you're getting that kind of 10 degree, 11 degrees. So it's warmer in an easterly in the winter, and it's slightly colder in the summer. Did that make sense?
That did make sense. Yeah.
Good question though.
Yeah,
please do keep all your questions coming in. As Honor said, we'll try and answer some now as we go through it. If you've got any questions about what you're up to this weekend, we'll look at the weekend forecast in a second. But keep any questions coming in, because we do then go back and we try and answer some of this week's questions on next week. So whether you're watching live or watching it afterwards, do keep those questions coming in.
And also, we are going to have our quiz. We haven't mentioned that yet. Gary on Roblox is asking, quiz after? Yeah, obviously. We love our quizzes. We've got a great quiz planned for Alex. Yeah. Also, Keegan Graham, can you tell me when it's going to get warmer? So shall we go through the weather for this week?
Let's have a look, because it is getting warmer. It's feeling warmer. The sun's getting higher in the sky. It is feeling warmer already. Yes, it was cold this morning, but it is getting a little bit warmer. This is the satellite picture over recent days. So through this week, we've generally had low pressure systems up here, spiralling in every now and then, but we've also, that was a little feature that brought a bit of snow over the hills of northern England on Wednesday. That's been out of the way, and we've been kind of fine for the past couple of days, haven't we? Let's rewind that. I'm moving too far. Let me pause that a second, because that's the system that went through. Low pressure systems heading down towards Spain and Portugal. We've had sunshine for the last couple of days. There is this weather front coming in, and that is going to mix things up a little bit tonight and tomorrow. So it won't be as sunny tomorrow, say for northern England, and so there'll be a bit of rain around tonight in western Scotland as that weather front comes in. But look at this, generally high pressure. The jet stream's doing this. It's highly what we call amplified, wiggling all the way up there and then down there. And it's this little trough that's generating this low pressure, bringing quite a bit of rain to the Algarve and southern Spain, which isn't good news for me because I'm going there next week. For some sunshine, but it's going to rain, so it's not good news for me, but it's good news for the UK because high pressure is sitting in here and that is going to bring a lot of fine weather over the next few days. We start to see a bit of a shift by Sunday. The jet is more up here. It's still a little bit wiggly, but it's not as amplified as it was. There's another weather front coming in, but generally the jet is shifted north. Typically at this time of year, the average probably have the jet stream down here, but the jet is shifted north, which is allowing this chunky area of high pressure to sit in, and that's going to bring a lot of fine weather, certainly through the course of this weekend. Let's take a closer look at that. So this is Friday night. This is the chart. I'm just going to skip forward a few hours and show this evening. Because look at that, there's that weather front coming in. It's going to bring some rain to western Scotland, but most places are going to have clear skies, which is good for the planetary parade.
Yes, we've actually had a couple of questions about that. Gordon B. Gordon, what are my chances of seeing the planetary parade this evening from Great Malvern?
Pretty good.
Yeah, there's lots of clear skies tonight, isn't there?
Yes, lots and lots of clear skies tonight. So that is showing just how clear the skies are. There'll be a bit of cirrus here and there, high cloud across Northern Ireland, Western Scotland, and it will be a bit grey in the Western Isles, and there'll be some rain trickling in here. Most other places, there are very good chance of clear skies. Need to look south-southwest. All the planets are in quite different positions. And some of them are really low to the horizon, so you need a really good view of the horizon down towards the southwest in particular, and some of them only barely just get over the horizon, particularly Saturn. I think Saturn's quite tricky to spot. Neptune and Uranus, you need a telescope to see those, but the others, you can spot them. And there's loads of information, loads of stuff on the web, and get one of those little apps that tells you where they are. They're quite useful as well.
Oh yes, I used one of those last night, otherwise I would not have known what I was looking at. But you could kind of see the slight red tinge.
You can definitely
Mars
see the red tinge to Mars.
Yeah.
Venus is really bright, so that's quite an easy one. I think Mercury's pretty close to Venus. Tonight is being called the peak, and I think that's because the moon is a very skinny new moon tonight, and that whilst they're still visible for the next few nights, the moon gets a bit bigger. So even for the next few nights, you will still be able to see them, and most places are going to have some clear skies over the next few nights as well. So yeah, get outside, have a look. Put a few layers on because it's a bit chilly, down to the south and west. So I'm not going to give you too much information about where and when because we're not astronomers, we are meteorologists. But the good news is that the skies should be clear for most places. If not tonight, then tomorrow night. So it will be clearer in the northwest tomorrow night. But yeah, weather-wise, let's take a look. Friday, this is this evening. I should have put that up for that's the bigger picture, isn't it, for this evening? Clearer skies. That front is coming in. So there's going to be a bit of rain that trickles south. Let's go back through the night because it fizzles out. It's got a bit of welly about it, so a bit of wet weather tonight heading out through the early hours of Western Scotland. Northern Ireland turns a bit damp, but if we just play through that actually, you can see it kind of fizzles out as it comes down. So it will increase the cloud. So places like Lake District might be a bit damp tomorrow. And central Scotland, Northern Ireland will start grey, but even here it brightens up, and then you'll have the clearer skies tomorrow evening for the planetary parade. But it will be a cloudier day tomorrow across the far north of England and maybe North Wales too. But again, many places set fair, dry, fine and sunny. That weather front continues to fizzle out, but it just leaves a legacy of cloud around in these zones on Sunday. As we go into Sunday, there'll be a bit more cloud. That's 9 o'clock Sunday morning. This area will be a bit cloudier. It will cloud over again in northwest Scotland. The breeze picks up, and all the while it's fine. It's sunny here, and with a southwesterly wind, it'll be these areas, the borders, Lothian, eastern Scotland, that should see some good spells of sunshine on Sunday. We don't see a great deal of change until this next weather front comes in. Late Sunday, we get more rain up into the far northwest. So it's almost a repeat of what's happening tonight on Sunday evening with that rain coming in here. But okay, most places actually having a pretty decent weekend. Temperature-wise, what do I want for that? I want that one, I think, don't I? Let's take a look at the temperatures for the next few days. So bang on average, really, for the time of year today. 8, 9, maybe 10 Celsius. After we started at -5, got down to -5 in some places tonight, last night, and again tonight. Saturday, again, similar temperatures, 9, 10 degrees. It just starts getting a little bit milder as we head into the early part of next week. We put the minimum temperatures up. notice how tonight, this is Saturday, won't be as cold across northern areas because that cloud's moving in. But down here, close to freezing in rural spots. I suspect it'll be lower than that in London, actually closer to 1 or 2 probably. Certainly in rural spots, we're looking at -4, -5 again. But by the time we get to Tuesday, even the minimums are starting to rise. So milder air is kind of moving in next week. So it'll feel pleasant in the sunshine by day through this weekend, but still chilly at night. Other thing I should have mentioned tonight, fog. Could be some fog around tonight across parts of East Anglia, Lincolnshire, maybe the East Midlands. Could be quite dense, but should also clear quite quickly tomorrow morning.
I had a question about fog, if you want to ring that one in.
Yes.
Lawrence Blackshaw. When travelling on seemingly flat roads, patches of fog take a different amount of time to burn off from the sun. Is it just cloud cover or is it something else?
Oh, well, yeah. Lots of different ways that fog forms. Yeah. Stay tuned because there's a video that I've seen a preview of that Mr. Burkill has recorded all about fog and the different types of fog. So that will be coming soon. Another reason to subscribe. But yeah, there's different types of fog and the way they're formed. And there's also a few different ways that fog can clear. Wind is one of them, so if the wind starts mixing the air up, it gets a bit drier. Cloud cover is a good one as well, so when the cloud comes in and actually fog tends to lift and clear, but also if the cloud it can just keep it trapped under there as well. Temperatures rising generally, but yeah, it's a real, I mean, fog's ethereal. It's just like a cloud up in the sky, isn't it? So you get lumps of cloud, like on some areas cloudy, some areas not. It is kind of really hard to pin down. It's just how moist it is and whether things are just right for it to condense out. But they're very localised. That's one of the hardest things, to forecast, but particularly to drive through when suddenly it starts and suddenly it stops.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing. So yeah, fog is a really tricky thing to pin down, obviously, both actually and in a forecasting sense. But yeah, really local effects. If you're near a lake, near a water source, then that will obviously inject a bit more moisture as well. So it really can be dependent on just how much moisture there is, and so those really local effects that you're going to get. But yeah, if I skip forward through tonight, you can see that's the fog in there. Yeah. So that's where we're concerned. Last night it was kind of Manchester down to Birmingham, so quite dense. But because this front is coming in and the breeze is picking up, the lightest winds are going to be more east. So yeah, Lincolnshire, around the Wash, the breeze is changing direction as well. The winds are too light to be picking up on here, but we're getting more of an easterly, so it'll bring more moisture into this zone here. So that's why we're more concerned about fog tonight across Lincolnshire and East Anglia. So watch out for that if you're up early tomorrow morning.
Yes, and possibly a little bit frosty as well in the morning, once again.
Yes, definitely frosty. And we've got some interesting pictures to show about that. I'll show you those in a second. But we talked about how dull it was earlier. We had a question about when is the sun coming out. This is just a quick map of February so far. The full stats for February and winter will be out on Monday. And we're going to put comments out on social media this afternoon. So make sure you're following us right across social media. There'll be a tweet or an X about what it's been like. But this is just wanted to show you this. Don't take the detail too literally because but I just want to highlight the fact that northwest Scotland has been sunnier than average, quite a bit sunnier, but much of the UK has been duller than average, and that's February. And someone was complaining earlier about how dull winter has been. Winter has also been dull. So anything that's grey on the map is duller than average, has had less sunshine than average over 3 months of winter. And again, just highlighting, northwest Scotland has had a sunnier than average season by far. So yeah, it has been quite a grey month, and it's been a grey winter, but the sun is out now. And if you haven't got the sun today, I've got some pictures to show you of the sun from this morning from our very own Rich, who is next door running the whole show. He's directing things today, and Rich took some really good pictures with the drone this morning in East Devon. And there you go, nice frosty scene. You can just about tell a glimmer or two of frost on the ground in the distance there. I expect many places further north were even frostier than that. But doesn't that look gorgeous?
Just instantly lifts your mood.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? And this is February in Devon. So that was this morning in East Devon. And yeah, just a beautiful, beautiful shots from our lovely drone. So yeah, lots of sunshine around. So as I said, don't take those stats too literally, but it has been duller than average so far. But a day or two, particularly this late in the season, can make a big difference to the stats. So they're not the complete stats, they're not the finished stats. That was only up until yesterday. So we'll have more. There'll be a comment about it on social media this afternoon, probably about 2 o'clock. So make sure you're following if you want the kind of headlines about the stats. But the full stats, because we have to count all of today's rays and all of today's raindrops, they'll be out on Monday for a look at both February and winter, and we'll be doing a press release on that.
Those maps, I think I got those up, it was either last week or the week before, and they look a lot better now. When I first got them up, they were grey. Very good, grey as the sky.
But they're always going to be grey until you get, because they're compared to the full month's average as well. So you're not quite comparing the right thing. But yeah, they do look a bit better now. But again, just highlighting that northwestern Scotland has generally had a very sunny winter. So it's been a nice winter. Not so good there today with the rain coming in, but it has been cracking.
What do you prefer, Alex? Winter, spring? Someone's asking what our favourite season is. Anthony Fenlon, his favourite is spring. What do you reckon?
My favourite season's autumn.
Is it autumn?
Yeah. I don't like, summer is my least favourite. I don't say I don't like summer, but summer is my least favourite season.
Oh, no, I'm all about summer. The sunshine, the beach. That's me. But I also like springs, like you said, you can feel that change coming through.
I think I'd go autumn, spring, winter, summer would be my four. There you go. There you go. Let us know in the comments what your favourite seasons are, or what order you would put them in.
Yes.
That's crucial. Any more questions?
Any more questions? Let's have a look. So Chris Henshaw's asking, can we expect mid-20s this spring? It's probably a bit soon to kind of go into that, but I do know on my 10-day trend I did go into the kind of temperatures we could expect next week, and there was a hint we could get to 15, particularly across the southeast. There was a chance that we could maybe just about reach 15 degrees, so not far off for the beginning of spring, but you know, when we see the drier weather and the sunnier spells, actually 15 degrees normally feels quite nice.
That would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get those up. Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
So this is the regime patterns for next week and what we could see. And you can see that the most likely southwesterly dominated, but with high pressure, as we saw earlier. So with low pressure up here and pressure high, and with a southwesterly wind, it's these eastern areas that are favoured for temperatures. And this is the temperature compared to average. So that's a few degrees above average. So it's most likely that eastern areas, as we go through next week, we'll see those temperatures above average. Maybe it's clearer on that one. Yeah, that's the most likely one for the middle part of next week. Low pressure, if I take that off. This is the most likely pressure pattern, with low up here and the winds coming in from the southwest. So it is going to get milder. We saw those temperatures getting higher through the night in particular. Low 20s, yeah, that's unlikely. But he said in spring, right? So that goes all the way to the end of May. So I'd have thought we'd reach 20 degrees, maybe mid-20s by the end of May. But that's a long way off. 3-month outlook will be on on the website, which you can have a look at. That will cover March, April. That will cover the whole of spring, won't it? So go and check that out if you can find the link. We might put the link in the chat if Emma's on it. Emma's on the chat today. She's put a poll up, has she? Oh, she's even put a poll.
Yeah,
Emma's on it. Well done, Laura.
Yeah,
good job, Emma. Yeah. Right. Speaking.
So,
is it time? We've got another question.
Do one more
Let's do one more question.
Oh, so you're very keen. You're very keen for the quiz. One more question. So this is from John T. Peters. Why did the high pressure bring cloudy skies earlier in the winter, but clearer skies now?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, high pressure is where air is generally sinking down through the sky, and that, as you can imagine, if it's sinking down through the sky, it builds the pressure at the surface. That's what high pressure is. And you get cloudy highs and you get sunny highs, clear highs. Depends where the air is sourced from, how moist it is. But if it's cloudy, you just have a thin-ish layer of cloud. But at this time of year, or certainly in November, which is when we had that gloom, the anticyclonic gloom, just because it just gets stuck. So it's kind of about where the air is sourced from. So if the high kind of builds in from the continent, then you've got a lot of dry air. But if the high builds in from the Atlantic, then you often get moist air, and you get it moving around the high, and it gets kind of trapped under. There's not a lot to shift it. So in the summer, you get the build of heat and warmth, and that can kind of, what you say, burn off the cloud, so you can often start cloudy under high pressure but get sunnier. But in the winter, there isn't enough welly in the sun to do that either. So you get layers of cloud. But yeah, it depends whether it's what we call a clean high or a dirty high. And the dirty one's got more moisture in it, basically, and that's just got a layer of cloud trapped in it. It's just a bit unfortunate. They're a nightmare to forecast, aren't they? Because there's not a lot going on high in the sky to shift things. There's not a lot of dynamics. So it's just that high pressure, just picking a hole. And suddenly a hole can appear in the cloud and it can turn it into a lovely day. Whereas, it's just the tricky things to forecast. Fickle mistress.
Okay, I won't make you wait any longer. Should we do the quiz? We love that tune.
We love that
tune. If
only
we could hear it in here.
That's why we're out of time. That's the main reason for a dancing.
We're not just terrible dancers.
Yeah, no, we just can't hear that, but we know it.
Exactly, we know it. I normally get it in my head during a Friday afternoon after I've done these Weather Studio Lives.
Oh, I'm in the minority with the summer. The poll for your seasons come in.
Yeah, who doesn't like summer?
I don't not like it, to be fair, that's not true.
Not liking chocolate. Don't tell me you don't like chocolate.
I do like chocolate. Here's another question. Do you keep your chocolate in the fridge?
I do, actually. Yeah, I know people think that's weird, but I like the snap of it when it's been in the...
It's wrong.
Yeah.
You shouldn't keep chocolate in the fridge.
What about in the summer, though? You don't want melted
just
chocolate.
Eat it before it melts, right? You eat it before it melts.
That's a good excuse.
But, 36% of people, summer preferable. Okay. Autumn was last. What's wrong with you? Autumn's...
Yeah. A lot of people like spring as well, the warmer months.
Right, anyway.
So yes, I've got my quiz ready for Alex. Got 5 great questions. The theme is spring, because I'm just so excited that we're springing into spring. We'll get some polls going. Make sure you stick your answers in the chat or answer through the polls. Alex is going to send me his answers directly, and let's see how many you get. I don't think anyone so far has got 5 on an actual live that wasn't a practice one before we went live. So could today be the day?
Okay.
We will see.
The challenge.
Who will be king of the quiz?
The challenge. The challenge.
Okay. Are you ready?
Is it multi-choice?
Most of them, yeah. I've got a riddle round at the end. Me and Alex be like a riddle, so no multiple choice ones for that. But it's a good one. You'll get it, I'm sure. Okay, question number 1. When was the sunniest spring? Was it A... Oh, he's typing already. He doesn't need the multiple choice. Okay, was it A, 1962, B, 1948, or C, 2020? Boom. He already knew. Or did he? I'm going to laugh if you get that wrong.
Or did I?
We'll see. Okay, what do you guys think? Oh, Jen Max saying 2020. Gordy B saying 2020 as well. Okay, interesting.
Oh, is that not right? You tricked me.
Neil, loads of people are saying 2020.
Well, it's because it's in the memory, isn't it? So we were all locked down and it was very sunny. So maybe we're being influenced.
Oh yeah, that was true. We will find out. We'll go through the answers at the end. But lots of people are saying 2020. Cy says 1062. That might be. That was quite
1062.
That might be a typo.
Specific,
That might be a typo.
It might have been. It was before records of sunshine began.
That's true.
It's hard to prove that you're wrong on that one.
Yeah, 63% of people think 2020. So we shall see. Right, question number 2.
Go on. I've just closed down Teams to message.
Oh yeah, good excuse. The panic.
The panic.
The panic of the quiz. Okay, this is just a true or false question, so a bit easier to answer. Cornwall is the world's largest producer of daffodils. True or false?
Cornwall?
Yes.
Is the world's largest producer of daffodils?
Is it? Is it or is it not? True or false?
Compared to... Right. Cornwall... Okay.
Oh. Pigit 5 says true. DH says false. Jen Max says false, question mark, not sure. Cy says false for me. Louise Gray says I have a feeling it's false. Ooh, good split in the answers there. True or false, true or false. you sent yours through?
I have sent mine through, yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone ever scored 0 on a quiz? I think...
I got half a point once.
Yeah, it was...
On my very first quiz, I got 0.5. But it wasn't 0, so I can take it. Okay, we'll move on. Question number 3. I've just realised this is quite a random question, actually. But I was thinking...
Unlike whether Cornwall produces the most daffodils.
I was trying to think of spring.
I'm glad this is a random one.
And I was thinking of lambs, and this is where that question came from. Okay. In 2024, which country had the biggest sheep population? Sorry, it's quite random, I'm sorry. Is it A, China, B, Australia, or C, India? Where has the most sheep? Or had the most sheep in 2024?
Well, if I were to pick a country, the 2 that I would have thought of are not in that list. So it's just the total number of sheep. It's not like sheep per population.
Just the
biggest total
sheep.
Number of sheep.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Wow.
I got this information from trusted sources. Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Okay. Google, Wikipedia.
Yeah,
right.
Wikipedia never lies.
Okay.
Let's see what
Wales.
everyone else
Wales
is
was top of mind. It was either Wales or New
In
Zealand.
The world?
I was going to say, but I think that's the most number of sheep. I think they have most number of sheep per capita.
Oh, okay.
But you're just asking where's the most number of sheep, right?
Yeah. Swordfish Radio said either that or New Zealand. Gary on Roebuck says it's Australia. A few people saying Australia. Andrew Myers says China. We shall see. 66% of people have gone for Australia. So we shall find out. Question 4. So, another random one.
Oh, good.
In Alex B's most recent deep dive...
okay, yeah.
How many times did he say the word spring? Was it A, 9 times, B, 18 times, or C, 22 times?
Now, he's showing me up here because I haven't watched it. Because I wasn't.
I also haven't watched it, but I did transcribe it and find out.
Wow.
I didn't have a spare half an hour, but when I do, I will.
How long was it? Because that might make me think.
I think it was about half an hour. 30
was it 9,
minutes.
18, or 27?
Yeah, 9, 18, or 22. Higher or lower?
Yeah, where you pick the options always.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Confusing. If you go 9, 18, 27, it's like a multiple of 9.
Oh, yeah,
9,
that's
18,
true.
22. Just a bit random the way you pick the numbers. I wonder whether you're trying to lead me down a path with the way you pick those.
That's true. Let's see. Cy Cries going for broke with 22. Gary Saw says 18. Louise Gray says 9. Straight down the middle with 18. Swordfish Radio. A few mixed bag of answers there.
If you're enjoying Honours Quiz, do hit the like button, by the way.
Everyone loves my quizzes.
Everyone loves Honours Quizzes.
I'm not sure about that actually, but I
no,
tried to do something a bit different.
You do? No, it's good. It's good. I'm loving it.
Okay, final question. But it's not really a question, it's more of a riddle.
I'm terrible with riddles.
More of a riddle.
Right.
Me and Alex B love a riddle, so I've kept it in. Think spring. Okay. I'm a fluffy cloud, but not in the sky. In spring I am born, and then I grow by and by. What am I? It's a nice one.
It is a lovely one.
Let's see, what do you guys think? Swordfish Radio says easy. Easy, Alex.
Swordfish Radio's on it.
What do we reckon?
Yeah, okay. I think I've got that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confident. I'm confident I'm not going with 0.
Okay, I'm going to find out how well you did, Alex, how well you guys did at home. Let us know how you go as we go through the answers. Did anyone get 5? Did you get 5? Do you think you did?
No, I'm almost certain I didn't get 5.
Do you think you got more than half a point?
I got more than half a point. I'm pretty confident at that last one. A lot of people
good.
seem to have got that last one, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when it's not multiple choice, but yeah. Cool, should we go through the answers?
Yes, please. Do it. Let's do it.
Number 1, when was the sunniest spring? The options were 1962, 1948 or 2020. Now the answer was 1948. I think 2020, was that one of the warmest ones?
No, I think what happened in 2020 was April was very sunny, and May was it was the sunniest May on record.
That might have been it, yeah.
May was sunnier than, I think it was only like 2 Junes that was sunnier than that May. And May was crazy sunny, but I'm guessing March wasn't.
Yeah.
Which was, so the overall for the spring had knocked it down. So yeah, I went 2020, but...
Oh, sorry, it was 1948. But at least you did have some...
I had a rationale
Yeah, you did have a rationale. So I am sorry. And you were so confident with that answer. I felt really guilty when I then saw it. I'm sorry, it was 1948.
No, it was good, it was good.
Okay.
That's good to remind people that 2020, even though it was sunny April, May, actually March wasn't that sunny.
Actually, in 1948, there was a total of 558 sunshine hours recorded. So, very, very sunny.
Wow, people are now predicting how many I'm going to get. That's that's incredible. That's incredible.
I love that. Are they high or low?
Piggy Bit's gone 5, so thanks.
Well,
Bob
maybe
Max
4.
3. Well, I'm already not on 5 because I got that one wrong.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Never mind.
Shall we see if you've done any better? So the next one was true or false. Cornwall is the world's largest producer of daffodils. The answer was true.
Compared to what though?
It says, I don't know. It just says they're the largest producer. Every year, the county grows over 30 million tons of bulbs and exports them all over the world.
Right.
It was on a...
But if you're comparing it to other counties, or are you comparing it to countries? Is the largest... I imagine Holland exports more daffodils than Cornwall.
Do you reckon? Find out next week when I check my facts.
On Flower News. Flower Friday
update. It was on factsaboutspring.com. I'm joking. Okay.
I'm 0 for 2.
So we think that is... I'm pretty sure it's true, but I will check it for you. I will double check my
what
facts.
you're comparing it with. It's like, is the biggest exporter compared to...
Yeah, that's a good point. It was a little bit confusing. I will double check for you. So sorry. We don't have to count that one.
No, it's fine.
Okay, question number 3.
The main thing is I'm not competitive. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
People are getting that vibe, but I really don't care.
Okay, in 2024, which country had the biggest sheep population? Was it China, Australia, or India? You went for Australia, which was incorrect. It was China, who had last year 175 million sheep. Australia was second, they had 75 million, and India had 54 million sheep.
Wow,
on
there you
land.
Go. There you go.
There we go. So
I did not know that China was so big on its sheep. Again, I mean, it's the biggest country, right? It makes sense to have more because it's the biggest land mass of those 3.
But Australia was the second one, so you were almost there.
Andy Parsons is 0 for 3. Me and you both, Andy.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can do any better. So question number 4, in Alex B's most recent deep dive, how many times did he say the word spring? Was it 9, 18 or 22 times? You said 18 and that was correct. Yay! Maybe
Thanks,
you did
Mr. B. He'll be watching from his sick bed. Thank you, Mr. B.
Thank you.
I mean, he didn't tell me. He probably didn't know. It'd be interesting to know if he got it right.
Yeah.
Mr. Burkle, did you get that right? Did you know how many times you said?
Yeah, 18. That's not
18.
Yeah. Okay, final question / riddle.
Gordy B's on none from 4.
Oh,
Gordy
really?
B. Wow.
Oh.
Cuthbert's also on 0 from 4.
Oh, was this quiz quite hard? Now I feel terrible.
Andy Parsons, 0 from 4. Good job. I think most people got the last one.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Apologies if it was a bit tricky. Okay, the final one was the riddle. A little bit easier. I'm a fluffy cloud, but not in the sky. In spring I am born, and then I grow by and by. What am I? Did you guess?
A lamb?
Yeah!
Yes! 2 from 5.
2 and 5.
40%.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Not
I'm
too
happy with that.
bad.
Let us know how you did.
How else did everyone
if you got
do?
5 out of 5, very well done for you. But yeah, good job. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good quiz.
Few people, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5. Anyone get 5? Oh, Sin 1 got 4 out of 5.
Gabrielle Blumig, watching from Germany, has put 5 sheep up. So I'm assuming that she's got 5.
Oh yes. Stephen Adcock got 5 out of 5. Piggybit got 5 out of 5. Oh no, Cuthbert said he hates quizzes now. Don't let me put you off the quiz. Come on. It was a good one though. You never know when those questions will pop up again at your local pub quiz.
Alex B, update. Alex B actually got it wrong. How many times he said spring?
Oh really?
But to be fair, he's not feeling very well, so he's got mitigating circumstances.
I got 2 out of 5 as well.
Good quiz. Good quiz.
Yeah.
Good quiz. Thank you for that. Thank you for being involved. Thank you for all your comments. Got any more? Do keep them coming. So if you're not watching this live, you can still comment and we try and go through them. Any suggestions about other things that you'd like us to cover? What are you up to next week?
What am I up to next week? Oh God, I've not thought that far ahead. More presenting, I'm sure. More presenting. Got video coming out soon about climate change. So that'll be exciting. Little experiment in there, which we filmed this week.
You were filming an experiment this week, weren't you? That was good. You were trying on lab coats.
Got my lab coat
all kind
on.
of other things.
Yeah.
So another reason to subscribe. Go back and watch Honor's 10-day trend from Wednesday as well. Go back and watch the deep dive and count how many times Alex B says spring. Next week, I think it's Mr. McGivern doing the deep dive.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the live. No. Yes, it's not me doing the deep dive next week.
It's you and Alex doing the live, I think, next week.
Yeah.
No,
I think it might be Aidan.
It's you and Aidan doing the live next week, yeah.
I think I'm writing the quiz again as well, so I'll try and make it less random and a bit easier.
No, I like the randomness. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Do hit the like button. Do share the love. Let people know that we're on here and that we do this. And make sure you have a great weekend. Enjoy the sunshine.
Enjoy the sunshine. I will be.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, do hit subscribe. Do let everyone know that we do this. And yeah, keep your questions coming. But for this Friday, it's goodbye.
Yeah, have a great weekend and we'll see you next week.